And there are two big attributes of a six-step process. One is, you know how I said you have to be in an alpha state, right? Everybody take 30 seconds and figure out where it is, when it is that you are in an alpha state. Are you in a shower? Are you walking your dog? Are you walking in nature? Are you prayer? Where is it? Do you know? Is it the sleep like before? Like, you know, I told you the story about the epilogue of my last book. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and wrote an epilogue that I wasn't even planning on writing, and I was half asleep when I did it. My husband, who's the really good writer, I always leave my pages out for him to read, and he read it, and he said, wow, and he's really tough editor. I mean, like, not fun, but good. And he said, this is perfect. Perfect? So when did you write this? I said in the middle of the night. I said, oh, so there's nothing to be changed. Why? Why was there nothing to be changed?
You were in an alpha state.
I wasn't involved. I was still asleep somewhere. Somewhere in my pajamas, I got to my laptop and I wrote this thing, but I wasn't even awake. I was in such an alpha state, there was no mistakes of Janice coming in and making it the wrong font, right? Because I was just in the flow of, you know, it coming forth, right? Same thing happened with this book, Teach with Spirit, right? At the very end, it was all written. It always happens when it's all written. It's all done. And then I was asked to, oh, I know what happened. I had a drawer that was broken on the bottom or whatever, which then, to fix the drawer, you had to take everything apart. And in fact, my whole office ended up being completely redone and throwing everything away. And you know how that does. You paint one wall and you got to do the whole house, right? So what happened before this book came out is that everything in my office got thrown away. It was just like I had bags and bags of stuff, and I was doing it in the middle of the night like an owl. Okay? For some reason, like an owl, I was up doing this in the middle of the night. And at the end of it, and I write about this in the book, there was this one piece of paper left that didn't have it. It sat there for a couple days on my desk, and I just didn't have a file or where it was. Then I realized what it was and why it was why it was there. And so I will conclude with that today because it became that much more meaningful. But anyway, I've gotten on a tangent. Alpha states. Where are your alpha states?
Car.
In the car.
I'm driving.
Because there's nothing to distract you, you're in the zone.
Yeah.
Shower.
Shower is always a good one, yeah, I know. To have showers. There's literally, I think, a physiological or spiritual something water thing that happens. It's hard to have a notepad outside the shower. Anybody else? How do you know, where are your answers coming in? When are you in that zone? Nature. Huh? Sleep? Yeah, absolutely. Wake up in the middle of the night, write it down, yeah.
Running.
Running, yes. Very much. Obvious one. In the hammock? Is that what I heard? Coffee shop. Okay, another homework assignment. The homework assignment is that you are to now increase your awareness of when you are in your alpha states and when you are getting your aha moments. Because how you make aha moments happen more often is by recognizing when they happen, okay? So let's say you're running, and all of a sudden you get the answer to, you know, I should buy this house or I shouldn't or whatever. Was that you? So you're running, oh my gosh, running. So then you can go back. Then at that moment, I want you to go back. And I'm going to go really quickly through this because what I want you to do with yourself and then your students is to, when you see the student getting his aha moment, getting the answer, I want you to recognize what are the conditions around him, her, whatever. They needed a group, they needed the tape player, they needed whatever for them to get that answer. Because then you can be you can create the conditions for them at that, because this is how they're getting their answers right now. Those are the learning conditions they need to make this happen, their alpha state for them in your classroom to come forth. And then ultimately, I want you to be the person that teaches them how to fish. So I want you to share with them how they get their answers, like I'm having you tell me, so that they become more aware. Because as teachers, we hold the stuff and then we don't tell them, and then they have to figure it out, and they didn't, and I have a bunch of stories of that. Anyway, so what you're going to do, am I going too fast? So I want you to find when you get your aha moments. When you get your aha moment, the next one you get, I want you to stop, pause, look at where you are, what you're doing. Then I want you to go backwards, and I want you to go back to the original, like, when did I start asking that question? When did I start seeking that? When did I pause? When did I surrender? And you'll find them. You'll find the steps. That there was a point you got frustrated, you said I give up, and then you got quiet when you're doing this, and so on. Okay, so you've lived those steps. So we've gone through the steps of transformation, and we're going through the definition of spirit, and then you're going to live the steps of the aha moment, and then it will become more refined for you, and and I promise you, the more awareness you put on it, the more they will come. Now, it's always in divine timing. So if you want an answer, you can't go out this afternoon and run and expect an answer. You can't go in the shower and say, okay, I'm ready. Because it's divine. Right? I will tell you this, God's got a really good sense of humor, and he loves surprises, and it will always be a surprise. Right? When you get your answer, you'll always go. It will always be unexpected. It's always like, oh, I've been waiting to figure that out forever. That was what it was. Okay? That's the fun. That's where God comes in and has fun, as far as I'm concerned. And so the left brain will be silent, and anyway, we don't have enough time on that.